Welcome to Real Talk Hilton Head with David and Dale Cross, the real estate lifestyle podcast of Coastal Carolina.
Join us as we share stories from our community, insight into the local lifestyle, and the real scoop on real estate.
From market trends to home design, we dive deep into what it means to live and thrive here.
Discover the state of mind and philosophy of the Lowcountry that enriches life through personal growth, health and wellness, and human connection.
Whether you're a local or thinking of becoming one, we're here to guide you through the ins and outs of living this coastal escape.
Tune in, relax, and enjoy the conversation with Real Talk Hilton Head,
the podcast of Coastal Carolina.
This episode is brought to you by the David Dale team, powered by eXp Realty in Hilton Head.
Welcome back to Real Talk Hilton Head. Today, we're diving into everything that's happening this September around the island. I'm joined again by our friend Erika Hayes from HiltonHeadIsland.com and Island Events. She always has the inside scoop for us. September is such a sweet spot here. Things cool off just a little, the crowd's thin, and the calendar is still packed. Let's jump into what locals and visitors can look forward to this month. Well, Erika, September is a big music month here in Hilton Head. Do you want to share with us some of the things that are going on this month?
Yeah, September is really, it's the intro to the Burr months, as I call them. Yes. So it's like September, October, etc. It's festival season.
And I remember you saying last time this is your favorite time of year.
It's my favorite time of the year. I love the fall in Hilton Head. I love the weather. I love that it's a little bit more slow paced. But it is, while it's more slow paced and you don't have as many visitors on the island, it's really just jam-packed full of events. You're going to find stuff to do every single weekend. And we're so lucky to have so much live music.
Yes.
And we are lucky to have live music every 365 of the year. But fall is really kind of, that's live music
That's
season.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. And it's just, the festivals that happen. I mean, if you're looking, you have everything from the weekdays to the weekend.
Wow. So everything in between.
Everything in between.
Awesome. So I know one of them is the Music and Taste on the Harbour.
Yes, the Music and Taste on the Harbour is on Thursdays, both in September and October. And that one is in Shelter Cove Harbor.
Okay.
And if you're not familiar, where in Shelter Cove Harbor, look for the Neptune statue.
Yeah.
Which
you cannot miss it.
You can't miss it. If you miss it, we're sorry. There's no seeing it. Near the stage over there. But Music and Taste on the Harbor is a really great event with even a greater mission. It's a free event, but it is bring a canned good for the Deepwell Foundation.
Right.
And the Deepwell Foundation is a Hilton Head based charity that originally started as they were providing wells to Hilton Head residents that didn't have city access for water.
Wow.
And it's evolved to scholarship opportunities to it's a full-fledged, really Hilton Head centric charity. Wow. So the canned food drive really helps families this time of year, and as you're kind of
getting into the
holidays,
Thanksgiving and everything. So that's where the food goes to.
And but the Music and Taste on the Harbor it's just such a nice experience because you get that waterfront around 6 to 9, so that perfect kind of, you have an early dinner, you can have dinner in Shelter Cove Harbor and experience the live music. Their headliner this year is a classic, Deas-Guyz.
Okay, Deas-Guyz. Yes. I didn't realize they were playing.
They're going to be doing in September, I believe, every Thursday except for one. Okay. And I think that one's going to be Target band.
Okay.
But Deas-Guyz are, if you haven't heard Deas-Guyz live, you have to hear them at least live once.
So we have to share what type of music they are, because they're a mix of a bunch of different things.
It's a mix, and you can elaborate on it. It's just, I mean, I grew up with the Deas-Guyz, so it's kind of like, to me,
they're a Hilton Head staple.
Like, they're Deas-Guyz, yeah. It's just,
that's all. So the people that don't know, they're a mix of reggae, they're a mix of Motown, rhythm and blues, they do pop, they do rock.
It's such, it's easy, exciting listening. If that's something that, like, it's a performance within itself. It's not something that you're just going to find in the background. It's really, they engage the audience. They're all such talented musicians and performers. But Music and Taste is just an experience in the restaurants. And I love waterfront dining. I think it's really, in that time of year.
I mean, in Hilton Head, that's what you need to do this time of year, right?
Oh, you need to be outside enjoying it, because it's just, and the more outside you are, the better, and you can just kind of go from weekend to weekend of different festivals. And that one is happening every Thursday, but
At Shelter Cove, okay.
that's in Shelter Cove. And kind of what I was always talking about, like those are like the core areas of Shelter Cove. Whereas Shelter Cove has music and taste. There's a one-time event over in Harbour Town on September the 14th, and that is the Harbour Town Fall Festival.
Ooh, all right. Tell me some more about that.
More Deas-Guyz.
Yes,
so
more
if you
Deas-Guyz.
miss them over at Music and Taste, you can catch them over at Harbour Town Fall Fest. But Harbour Town Fall Fest is different. That one is a one-time event from 11 to 6.
Okay.
And there's music, but there's like a sidewalk sale. There's classic cars on display. It's free to the public. Okay. There's no requirement for bringing, and same thing with Music and Taste. There's no requirements, but it's free and open. Yeah. But it's just, it's got a lot of kids activities. It's really kind of for the whole.
It's family friendly. Both of them are really family friendly.
They're both
right?
family friendly. And that one, I would say in particular, Harbour Town Fall Fest is really family friendly.
Wow. Now with both these festivals, are we bringing our own lawn chairs or blankets?
You bring your own lawn chairs, particularly for Music and Taste.
Okay.
Do not bring outside food and drink.
All right. Because they obviously want you to patron.
Yes, patron, and it's just, it creates people that you don't want coolers and everything there. But for Harbour Town Fall Fest, there's more seating available.
Okay.
But you can bring your own lawn chairs.
Do they do it under that Liberty Oak?
Yes. So
Okay,
it's in that area. So you're going to find and kind of going into the park towards the playground.
Okay. And what's great for the kids, they have a beautiful playground.
It's it's state of the art.
It is. I mean, it's all woven in. And if you have not been to the Harbour Town playground, we highly recommend it if you have kids.
And it's so
we spent many hours there with our children.
Cool, the live oak trees kind of like weaving in between everything. I was like, that's a playground within itself. Don't climb on them. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful park, and it's just Harbour Town. And beyond that event, there's another event in Harbour Town in September, and that is a ticketed event, but worth the ticket price in its entirety. That's the Shrimp Festival.
Oh, I've been excited to talk to you. All you can eat shrimp.
All you can eat shrimp. It's on September the 20th, and there's shrimp vendors, there's craft beers, there's live music. It's a really exciting event, and they have so many takeaways, like beyond it's worth its weight in ticket price just from how much shrimp you can consume and drinks and everything. But you also get keepsakes, and I know we've talked about it. It's like a keepsake engraved glass.
Yes.
And there's competitions for the different vendors. So you really can kind of get involved with the event.
And not just adults, that's also kid friendly because they have activities for the kids.
They
too,
do have
right?
activities for the kids. They've got like jump houses and things, and it's just, so it's not just a food and beer kind of festival. It's really, you can bring the
everybody can come. Now I heard that there's a special guest that visits and helps with all the voting. Because you do vote for best food, for best dish, and best brew. So he comes and helps with that.
If there's such thing as a shrimp celebrity, 2 words
Guess
come
who
to
would
mind.
it be?
I know. I was going to say, give you a second to guess. And
1, 2, 3.
Forrest Gump. So Forrest Gump, while he is fictional, he is real in our hearts.
Yes. He's very real down here.
Very real down here. Forrest Gump is special to this area in particular. Forrest Gump was predominantly filmed in Savannah, Georgia, but it also was filmed in South Carolina as well. So
Whereabout?
So if you have seen Forrest Gump, which I'm sure most people have.
And if you haven't, go look at it if you want to come down to the Lowcountry.
It's a good kind of intro to the Lowcountry from a visual perspective, because Forrest Gump did not go to Vietnam in reality. That is Hunting Beach.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That's Beaufort. Yeah.
Beaufort,
so a lot of the scenes that were the Vietnam scenes and some of the like the oak lined trees and stuff, that was all within Beaufort, Jasper, Hampton County as well. So not just Savannah. But
sorry to interrupt you. So that is just a perfect prediction of not prediction, but illustration of the Lowcountry. All those trees.
From a visual,
that's our area.
From a visual perspective, I would say Forrest Gump really is. It is the one to show.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice because it extends past Savannah, that you're really kind of seeing more, like when you're driving and seeing bike paths and stuff, like those are what the trees look like here.
Yep.
So it's very special that Forrest Gump is our little local celebrity.
Yes, he is. He's our shrimp celebrity, and he's showing up at the festival.
I was going to say, he's showing up to the festival, so you don't want to miss him.
Yep.
It's a great chance, and that's a great opportunity for kids to take pictures with Forrest Gump, because it's become a multi-generational movie, because it came out in my lifetime, and actually it was fun. I knew some extras in the movie.
Oh, no way. Wow.
I was too young to participate, but it was like my neighbors.
Yeah.
I can still to this day
see them doing it.
And it's nice to see them how I remember them as a kid.
Okay, and now they've changed.
Now
obviously.
they've changed significantly, but I was like, oh, my neighbor, there she is at 25 years old. It's really fun to kind of watch it and see it, of just how much it's been part of this area for so long. And it's people my age and more just showing their kids Forrest Gump to this day. So it's a little Lowcountry special movie.
Special movie. Are you thinking about making a move to the Lowcountry?
Whether you're searching for the perfect home, or you're exploring vibrant communities on the coast, or dreaming of a new lifestyle, we're here to help.
Contact the David Dale team today and let's make your dream a reality. Well, I'm glad that we definitely mentioned that, because we go to see it. Now, the music, there's going to be live music as well with the Shrimp Festival. So that's also kind of tied in with another festival that we have.
Yeah, so live music, kind of what we were talking about, it's really, we're so lucky to have so much of it on Hilton Head, both in free and ticketed events. And during September, we have, through the Culture HHI office through the town of Hilton Head, there is the Hilton Head Island Jam.
Yes.
It's this is the third year. It's on September 18th through the 21st. And that is a songwriting festival. And it's really bringing talents from not just local talent, like really kind of extending from here to Nashville.
Wow.
Because songwriting, Nashville is one of the epicenters for songwriters. And they bring some of the talent here, and so many songwriters are also performers in their own right, but they've written sometimes for huge acts. And so it's a really multi-venue site. Everything from larger outdoor locations like Lowcountry Celebration Park to smaller restaurants like Big Bamboo and everything. So it's really, there's so many chances to see these amazing performers throughout that entirety.
And I think that's a great point, because when I was looking into it before the show, and actually I wanted to shout out to our friends Michael and Michelle. This is especially for you. I know you guys love music and the Songwriter, especially Nashville music, but we're super excited when I was looking into it, because I didn't realize it was in so many venues. I mean, traditionally you think it's just Celebration Park, one big event, but this is spread out different times, different locations throughout the 4 days.
It's also just different kind of music and vibes. Like it's not going
so
to
it's not just Nashville country
No,
style
and that's the
music.
thing too, is I think that there's a misconception that Nashville only equals country. There's like indie kind of rock and various things. Like it's even sometimes blues and kind of jazz. Like there's a lot of different mix. So it's not just going to be traditional country music.
See, that's what I had in my head. So I'm so glad that you said that, because I saw all the names. There's probably about 20 or 30 artists.
There's a lot of artists performing this year.
Yeah.
It seems to be getting progressively bigger, which is very exciting for Hilton Head. And I think that every year we're going to see that grow to more venues. And I really hope that more Hilton Head businesses can accommodate for this, because it would be great to maybe someday have it be beyond the certain amount of days. Like it would be amazing if it was like a full week.
Imagine a week-long festival. That would be awesome here in Hilton Head.
I think that it's also just such opportunity for sometimes our local artists to get in front of connections in Nashville. And I think that's really important to kind of have that network, because nothing makes you fall in love with something more than seeing it live in person.
1,000%. And it's so different being live. So some of the locations, there are quite a few of them. I think there was like 8 of them. Don't quote me on that. But definitely go to hiltonheadisland.com or hiltonhead.com, or pick up a magazine, an Island Events magazine. You'll have that
to
in
see
there.
the full schedule, because sometimes things may change last minute. So it's great that since there are so many different opportunities to see it, you really it can go around your schedule. You can go after work, you can go while you're on vacation. So there's multiple ways to see it this year.
Wow, that's very exciting. Third time we're having this.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's transition into food.
Well, actually, yeah, one of the venues, since there are going to be food locations, one of the venues for the Songwriting Jam is a brand new restaurant in Hilton Head.
Yes, let's talk about this. I'm very excited. This looks delicious.
So there's a new restaurant in Coligny Plaza called Slowcountry BBQ.
All right.
And Slowcountry is a play on the word low country, but it's really kind of emphasizing our slow-paced way of life, while also mentioning barbecue, which is
and
slow
how
cooked.
they cook.
Yes,
it's a play on words.
But also when you're walking through Coligny Plaza, it is not a fast-paced hustle bustle. It is a very different kind of shopping mall of sorts. It's Coligny has such deep history on Hilton Head, and this is more of a reflection of kind of the food that you find on Hilton Head, that really kind of southern traditional food, which has not really existed in Coligny before. So this is exciting.
That's true, because there's a lot of seafood.
You're going to find more seafood on in that area, and I think to have a barbecue restaurant in Coligny is very exciting. And their menu, while it's kind of playing into the traditional things of South Carolina barbecue, they're also really taking adventurous risks and trying different things. And I cannot wait to try this. They have on the menu my favorite snack in a different little adaptation. It's boiled peanut hummus.
Wow, boiled peanut hummus. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about this. I can't wait to try that.
Outside of their barbecue, their burgers, their chicken, they have all these like traditional sides.
Southern sides, right?
Southern sides. The boiled peanut hummus is something that I'm so excited to try.
Sounds so good.
Because boiled peanuts, for those who are not familiar, it is the snack of South Carolina.
It is.
It is.
And you either, sorry to interrupt you, either love it or you hate it.
You should love it, though.
Yes, exactly. You're truly Southern.
I have an extreme bias. I'm pretty sure, I think boiled peanuts were my first meal I've ever had in my life.
Were your parents? Well, I mean, they're mushy enough.
They're soft. You don't need teeth. I think that's the thing that I my entire life have had to describe to people is what boiled peanuts are.
Yeah, well, how would you describe it?
They're the consistency and almost kind of flavor of a chickpea garbanzo bean, as you call it. So it's makes perfect sense to make it into a hummus, which is how I've never thought of that before. I'm so excited I can now have it at a restaurant prepared by professionals. But it's very soft. It's so if you're getting a crunch, that peanut's not done.
Okay, cook it some more.
It needs to kind of sit for another minute. And boiled peanuts are traditionally served either salty or Cajun is the two flavors. It's definitely not zero salt. So if you're sensitive to salt, don't have a boiled peanut.
Don't try.
And something that you may see people do, and don't be alarmed, is depending on how long it is simmered, you can eat the shell.
Well, you mentioned that before, and I am surprised because I am one of those ones that I thought I had to open it up.
When you're eating a boiled peanut, cracking it with your hand.
That you told me that was a no-go. I'm like,
taboo. It is a taboo. Don't do it. It's you're really kind of. It's showing you're northern when you do that.
You see, I'm from Zimbabwe, Africa. You got to teach me the southern ways.
Southern ways. Traditionally, it's a hand and kind of a little bit of your tooth activity.
Okay.
You kind of need a mix of the both, but you crack it with your tooth.
Okay.
And it's not a hard crack.
And it's soft.
It's
so you're fine.
Soft.
Yeah.
But there will be juice. It's just it's a kind of explosion of salty flavor. But I love it so much, and I'm so happy that it's really kind of taken off over the past few years. And I really hope that more people give it a chance, because hearing a boiled peanut may not sound appetizing to some.
Not at all. I don't think some people even try it because of the name.
I think so, and peanuts in general just have such a history within South Carolina, Georgia. It's like, this is peanut country, so I mean, boiling it to me just makes perfect sense. and I think that actually September is the best peanut month.
Oh,
I
I
think
didn't
it's
know
kind
that.
of the harvest.
Okay, of the peanuts.
I think it's September, October is around perfect peanuts. And these are not, they're a specific type of peanut. It's a
Okay.
green peanut.
Oh,
So they're kind of jumbo peanuts.
okay.
So that's going to be, it's not a small peanut shell. Usually you can sometimes get as many as 5 peanuts.
No, I've seen how big. They're usually about that big, right?
Typically they're about 2 to 3, but it's when you get the multi ones.
That's. Are you thinking of selling your home?
With our exclusive Elevate package, we combine over 50 years of experience, cutting-edge data analytics, our unique marketing strategies, and our extensive network to help your home rise above the rest.
While maximizing your sales price and minimizing the time on the market.
So contact the David Dale team today to learn more.
I can go on. I gotta stop. I'm getting hungry. I really
well,
want
then
a
let's
peanut.
talk about one of the other sides that we're kind of thinking is interesting. I'd love to know how it works. Is the burnt end beans?
Yes. So
That's like different.
So it's kind of mixing, because some beans are often traditionally served with kind of meat mixed in.
Yes, like ham, right?
Yeah, kind of more ham is really kind of that baked bean style.
Yes.
But this one has a burnt end, so you're kind of getting that extra flavor, char crisp
Yep.
to it. So I think that that's just that extra kind of real traditional barbecue element, because even your sides are barbecue.
Yeah. And they're not normal. I mean, you get your normal mac and cheese and the other normal sides, but those two just jumped out at me as if say, okay, try me,
You're
try
like,
me,
I
please.
need to try this. And I think sometimes, even if you're not going for the full barbecue experience, sometimes you can just do like a little mix of sides. So if you're wanting kind of a lighter lunch,
Yeah.
You don't have to think barbecue's like big heavy meal. You can
Yeah.
just pop in and kind of just get a whole southern side
Southern
dish.
style
Yeah.
samples. And like you said, they do have burgers and they do have chicken sandwiches. And they also have chicken. I saw that they smoke, so you can get quarter, half, and whole chickens.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the menu is it's wide. You're
It
going to be
is.
able to find a lot of kind of for different diets, and even myself, like I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I can find stuff to eat there comfortably. So it's not just like you've got one barbecue item on the menu.
Well, it's very exciting that we have a brand new place, and it's taking off from what
It
I
really
hear.
is taking off.
It's
It's already-
become quite popular really quickly.
It has excellent reviews. It's just I think it was really needed for that space.
What do you think makes it different than other barbecue spots on the island?
I think just kind of its historical roots of kind of connecting with Coligny Plaza.
Gotcha.
I think that really kind of adds that Hilton Head Lowcountry element to it. And I think just it feels like slow country. I don't know how else to describe it besides that, is it kind of feels a little bit more special.
So instead of describing, we just have to try.
We need to try it. Yes.
We need
I
to just go.
I need to go get my 14 dishes of boiled peanuts.
Exactly. You're going to be taking tubs of that hummus home. I know you are.
Gosh, I am.
Well, beyond the music and the food coming in September, we also have some really good experiences that people can take advantage of.
Yeah, so it's there's plenty to do outside of music and food, and one place that really should be a must visit, whether you live here full time or you're visiting, is Love Hilton Head at the Shops and Sea Pines Center in Sea Pines.
In Sea Pines, yep.
So if you're not familiar, Love Hilton Head is a candle bar boutique, which means it's a you make your own candle.
Wow.
And
you also make your own scent that goes in the candle, right?
There's over 100 scents to choose from. You can kind of mix things together. So if you're like, I want bergamot and orange for fall or something, you don't have to just pick one scent and go with it. But it's really great, and it's also such a great keepsake because it's an activity that you can do, whether it's like a date night or you're with your family.
Or a rainy day.
Yeah, or a rainy
hot day. Yeah.
And sometimes you do get rained out of your activities. It's the perfect place to go to, but it really should be a destination point because you make your own candle with your scent, and you're making the wax and everything, pouring it, but you also decorate your own holder.
Oh, okay, because you get to choose different types of holders,
So
right?
it's like you can choose your own I think votive is the word, I'm blanking on the word, but you also decorate the label.
Oh, wow.
So it's really great.
So you get to design that too. So this is made from scratch,
it's
your own, down to the cent.
It's very cool too, because I've seen both at their Savannah location and their Hilton Head location, because there's Love Hilton Head and Love Savannah.
Okay, so one's Savannah.
They have oftentimes like a Mommy and Me workshop, and I've seen like even grandmothers with their littles, and it's so special to have like their grandchildren make the labels, because then you get to take something home that is specially made.
Exactly, and
by your
time
family.
spent together.
And beyond candle making, they're just a great venue to spend time together. They have so many workshops and pop-ups.
Okay. Do they have a workshop this September?
Their workshop on Hilton Head is on September the 18th.
Okay.
It's in collaboration with a company called The Junk Bug. So they bring in smaller vendors who don't have like retail space. And they bring the creatives in. So the Junk Bug is going to be doing a workshop on oyster shell nautical themed decoupage.
Okay.
And what decoupage is, it's kind of like thin. If you've ever seen oyster shells that have like the pictures inside
That have been put inside,
put inside, and you see like the beautiful gold leafing around, that's what you'd be making.
That's great.
And that's fantastic. You can display it on shelves. You can use it as a ring dish. I've seen it just used in so many different ways, but to be able to make it yourself versus just purchasing it and kind of seeing how that's done. And
what a great opportunity.
Yeah,
and again, another keepsake to take home, you know.
And then with that, you get discounts by participating in the workshops. You get discounts on your candles. Okay. So even if you've been before to a candle bar, particularly Sea Love, there's opportunities to kind of get another candle at a lower rate. Whether you refill your candle, you can get like $10 off or something from your previous experience, because they always kind of encourage kind of that more sustainable kind of reusing things.
But that's kind of neat, because, sorry to interrupt you, because you've got 100 cents, you can come back and as many times using your same container or your same holder and just make anything for the different seasons.
Yeah, and you can change it out, especially I'm such a seasonal flavor.
Yeah.
Or flavor. I call them flavors. I'm not tasting the candle. I'm such a seasonal scent person, because like in the summer, all I want to smell is, I kind of align myself with whatever's in bloom in the area. So like that white jasmine, honeysuckle smell, so that's like getting me in through spring. But yeah, I do not want to smell like a fall scent in July.
I was going to say, that needs to be beachy, ocean.
Exactly, very coastal. I'm like, when it's
salty,
when it's fall, I need something that is just like more pumpkin-y, more kind of earthy. And that's what's nice about being able to change your scent. And go back and make different, and it's just a different memory, and you also can do it with different people, and it creates an entirely different experience. Because if you participated in that like Mommy and Me workshop back in August, in September it could be like date night with your husband, kind of thing,
or ladies' night.
Yeah, or a ladies' night, and they have alcohol there.
I was going to say, so yeah, they have an happy hour. You would have thought I'd been to an happy hour. It was a happy hour with $5 drink specials.
Yes, so it's a really fun, they've made it such a community space, which I appreciate, because it's kind of that, I know people talk about like kind of third spaces where it doesn't have to just be eating kind of thing. Exactly. Just having more community spaces that you don't necessarily have to eat or drink there. You have that creativity kind of, you could sometimes attend their paint workshops or different things. Yeah. So it's just nice to have a space to go.
So real quick, with the candle making, do you know the time range it takes to make a candle roughly?
So candles do take time to cure, is what they call, which is the hardening of the wax. That one takes, I believe, between 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, to make it.
So you pour the candle. You don't have to 100% stay put. You can go walk around the shops at Seafind Center and stuff. You can leave and come back
while it's setting, so you can go to the restaurants. You can go shopping.
You're not watching the pot boiling. You're not watching it harden for 1 hour. So yeah, they'll let you know when to come and pick it back up.
And if you can't pick it up, I saw that they can ship it. to you wherever you are as well.
So yeah, they can work with you. So if you're staying at a house or a villa, they can have it sent to you.
That's great. Wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Until this episode, I had never heard of Love Hilton Head, so I'm so
They're a newer
excited to
business.
go
They
and
opened,
check that out.
I believe they opened at the end of last year, but they're newer to Hilton Head, and it's really nice to see such an exciting, thriving business in Sea Pines, because Sea Pines is like, it's a destination point, and having more things to do really makes that like gate fee worth it to go in. So if you don't have access to Sea Pines, you're like, I'm doing multiple activities, whether it's getting on a horse, doing a candle making class, going to experience some of these. And this could also be an activity that you could do before attending some of those Harbour Town
the festivals. Exactly.
And
That's
you
a great
can
idea.
park and walk and really kind of, I mean, they're not that far, and it's beautiful weather that time of year. So it's kind of like, if you're going to Sea Pines, make a day of it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you've never been into Sea Pines, it's one of the most gorgeous plantations here on the island.
beautiful.
It was the original plantation.
It is.
On
It's
the
It's
island.
the master development that True Charles Fraser. It's really, I mean, it's a master plan for an eco-friendly design, which is so Hilton Head.
It is.
And I love that it's slower traffic through there, bikes take priority kind of thing. It's a special place. So I think that it's so nice to see newer businesses kind of, or revitalized businesses really kind of capture both local and visitor attention in there.
Well, let's transition. So one of the things I love most about Hilton Head is how much history is woven into everyday life here.
Well, it's kind of what I was talking about, like all this newness on Hilton Head. I think sometimes people forget that while Hilton Head really took off in the 70s and 80s, there's so much history of Hilton Head.
Way more than you anticipate, and how old the history is. It
Yes,
goes
like
all
we're
the way
not
back.
talking, we don't know what was happening during Roman times, but there's so much history going back to the Civil War and the Revolution that is still so present on Hilton Head, which is, you just don't think about the Civil War, because when you're going through Charleston, Beaufort, Savannah, you're seeing those antebellum homes. It's just so much more obvious and in your face that this was here.
In that time period,
like this was what was happening in the 1800s, whereas Hilton Head, you're going to see more like 1990s development. So it just doesn't look the same. But we're so fortunate to have the Heritage Library Foundation on Hilton Head. They're a library where you can do genealogy workshops. It's it's a full working, functioning like library. But they offer tours.
Oh yes, let's talk about the tours, the history tours you can take.
So there's not a lot of history tours available in Hilton Head, so it's so nice that we have they offer it so often at two of their sites. On, I believe it's Thursdays, they have one within HHP, or Hilton Head Plantation, for people not familiar. You can go to a Civil War site called Fort Mitchell.
Yes.
And that one, it's really cool because Hilton Head in the Civil War, that side of Hilton Head faces Port Royal.
Yes.
So there, if you go on these tours and kind of visiting the site, you can really see how the waterways and the fact that Hilton Head is an island played into Hilton Head's like historical battle.
Yeah, and the strategies of the people back then. Yeah.
Oh, and it's just like the naval strategies, and really you should go to the tour, because I can't describe it, of just how cool it is to have a Civil War, and it's on the National Historic Places Register, so it's really a historical place.
It is, and what I was going to add to that is they've really cleaned it up in the last couple of years, since the old pub was replaced with some condos right next to it. They've really cleaned up the park, and they've got the the placards.
And that's through the efforts of Heritage Library. Through the town, and we have seen a lot of sometimes reevaluation of things after we had a storm like Hurricane Matthew come through. That really just, I think there's been a really shift of focus of kind of digging deep to your roots, because our trees don't have very deep roots. So we saw that happen. So I think that it's really great that they've and beyond just that site over in HHP, there's also another historical site which has tours on Tuesdays. Both of these tours start at 10 a.m.
Okay.
This one is a cemetery tour.
Ooh, we've got some backstory to share about this one.
As we're kind of dipping into these Burr months, I
Yes.
consider September 1st the launch of spooky season.
Okay.
So this is the perfect time of year to visit the cemetery through the Heritage Library, that you can see a mausoleum.
Ooh, explain what a mausoleum, and it's a very famous person's mausoleum.
It's a very famous person's mausoleum. By going on these tours, you're going to learn a name as William Baynard.
Yes.
Baynard, how the pronunciation, I say Baynard, but
Baynard.
you're going to see his family's mausoleum. And what a mausoleum is, it's kind of like a crypt, almost like a pharaoh's tomb.
Yes.
So there's going to be a collection of artifacts inside. But the only way to access the cemetery is through the tour.
Okay. So it's cut off to the
It's
public?
cut off.
Okay.
You can see it from the street. You can see it from William Houghton Parkway.
Yeah.
But it is cut off, and it's a really cool way to get in there and see the oldest structure on
I was
Hilton
going to
Head.
say, yes, it's the oldest structure.
The mausoleum is the oldest structure on Hilton Head. We have historical sites that date further back, but it is the only structure from that time period. So
1800s.
and it's really, I mean, how in good of a condition it is through their efforts, that it's just, and that's why it's not open to the public, is we want to keep it for another 100 years or beyond. So fewer people going up to it is for the best. But there's, within that cemetery, there are different graves of some historical figures dating back to the Revolutionary War.
Wow.
Which, I mean, you'll have to go see for their names.
Yes, you have to go on the tour. We
go on
won't
the
tell you
tour.
it all.
And I'm not, I would have to double check, but they often have costume performers.
That's what I think a lot of the tours are. They're in the
Yeah.
costumes, right?
And a lot of them are volunteers and everything. It's just like,
And when they're volunteers, they're passionate because it's
really
their love.
passionate.
So you're going to get the full Monty with those tours.
it's just like, there's such a love for history and for the culture. It's really nice whenever you have someone who they want to share what they know and what they love to the public, because and it's really attainable. Tickets are as low as $10.
Wow. Okay.
And I think they're even lower if you're a Heritage Library member,
Okay.
because you can sign up for a membership, and that would gain you access to more of their workshops and classes at discounted rates too.
Oh, great. So just check out their website.
You can go to hiltonhead.com, and you can search Heritage Library, and it'll take you right to there of getting more information of how to become a member.
Awesome. Well, going into spooky month, we'll tie back in why we said it's a little bit spooky, because there has been rumors that it may be a haunted area because of William Baynard.
So it is the closest.
There's just folklore. We don't know it's for
folklore,
real.
but it's the closest you're going to get to like
kind of a fun story.
a little ghost tour element of,
Yeah.
and during this time of year and going into October, they have more of like the history and haunts.
Okay.
but-
So we'll talk about that next month, I'm sure.
Well, let's save the ghost
Okay,
element
we'll
for
leave
October,
that.
because
You'll have to come back
I
and look
think
for
that's-
October.
It really is. I mean, October is true peak spooky season.
Yeah.
But as we're going into October, it's wild. I mean, it's going to come so quickly.
It will.
And that's why, as we go into October, I wanted to mention a save the date.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Because that's
So-
in the first week of September, so note
Yes.
that.
So right at the end of September, and that first Saturday
First
in
week
October.
of October is what I was trying to say, yeah.
It's October the 4th. There is, in my opinion, the fall festival of the year.
Okay.
It's called the Fish and Grits Music Festival.
Oh.
So save the date. It is one of the most authentic Hilton Head events.
Why is that?
So the Fish and Grits Music Festival is kind of it's a celebration of Gullah Geechee heritage.
Okay.
And so outside of what you find just in like February and June, it is really a place for Gullah Geechee to be on the front and center. And for people who are not familiar, Gullah Geechees, it's descendants of slaves that lived on Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And it's still like Geechee and Gullah it's still its own language.
It
and some
is.
people on Hilton Head still speak Gullah,
Yes.
which is really amazing that this
We have a ton of descendants still here.
We have a ton of descendants.
And they're trying to keep the culture alive, but unfortunately, I think the younger generation, they're having a hard time.
And that's why this festival is so important, is it's really bringing in that younger generation to feel excited about their heritage. Yeah. But you don't need to be Gullah Geechee to participate. Okay. It's a music festival.
So yeah, what is it? So grits is their staple food?
So the fish and grits is kind of a play of just, that's traditional Lowcountry food.
Okay.
So grits is like a grainy porridge. It's very popular in the South, and fish is
we're on an island.
We're on an island, and the Sea Islands, it's that is the staple food, and especially in Gullah heritage, you're going to find that's a staple. Yeah. But the it's more of a music festival, but they have other food vendors that it's not just fish and grits.
Okay.
So there's different Okan and Bluffton, which is actually a West African restaurant. They're going to be participating.
Oh, wonderful.
They have celebrated famous Gullah chefs going to be there. So it's a whole mix, and it's just such a great family-friendly event. And they have dancing, they have dance performances to participate in.
Oh, so you as a visitor can participate in the dancing?
Participating in dances. They have instructions of how to like dance to these songs and stuff. It's really special, and I think that people should save the date, because it's a newer festival. I believe this is the 5th year that they're doing it.
Okay.
So it's Lowcountry Celebration Park, October 4th. I'll talk about it even more next month.
Okay.
As we're gearing into, it's going to be right away. But just save the date, look up information now, and you can purchase tickets day of, but it is advised to purchase tickets ahead of time.
Do you know how much those are? So
you actually get a discount through us with the code. It's GULLAH, so the code GULLA, and you're going to get $5 off your ticket. So I think the tickets are as low as $20.
So we go to HiltonHeadIsland.com and put in your code.
You can
purchase the tickets and put in the code.
You can get in that code for $5 off per person.
All right, you heard it here on Real Talk. Yeah. Always giving you specials.
But yeah, buy your tickets ahead of time, because it's just, you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. Well, I'm very excited. I had not heard about that festival, so really looking forward to that in October. So thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate it. So what a packed calendar we have.
I know.
This is going to be a fun month. If you're not in the area, come and visit us. Please pick up an Island Events magazine. You can find it all around town, or go on to HiltonHeadIsland.com. Thank you so much for coming to see us. Thank you.
I hope everyone has a phenomenal September, and I can't wait for October.
Yep, we'll see you back in October.
Yeah.
So much is happening in September. Erika Hayes, thank you again for joining us and giving us the inside look at everything from live music to history and to new food spots. If you're listening or just want more details, head to HiltonHeadIsland.com or grab a copy of the Island Events magazine around town. And of course, we'll have all the links in the show notes. Until next time, get out and explore this beautiful Lowcountry lifestyle.
Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe to Real Talk Hilton Head, and leave us a review to help others discover the Lowcountry lifestyle.